For all of my TBRs every month, I'm going to be relying on my tarot cards to pick my TBR. I'm going to be using a 5-card month ahead spread to be choosing at least 5 books for my TBR. I'm in university right now, but it's summertime, so I get to have a little more time to read more books. So here are the rules for my TBR game. Each card gets a prompt. Once I choose the card for that month and use that particular prompt, then I'll switch out that prompt for another one. I do have challenge prompts that are mixed with my normal prompts, so if I get a challenge prompt, I'm just going to add another book to my deck. I don't get another card, I just pick a book from my Goodreads TBR. So there are 3 types of cards in a tarot deck. There's the major arcana, such as these ones. And you could tell the major arcana because they'll be the first cards you see in a tarot deck, and they will just have the name right at the bottom. Minor arcanas, there's more of them, and they're going to have the number and then of the element. Finally, there's the people card, and in my deck, I have child, seeker, weaver, and keeper. So if I get a major arcana card, I'm going to add oracle cards to my spread for the amount of major arcana cards I end up pulling. So that means I have to add the same number of books as the oracle cards, but the twist here is that each book I choose for each oracle card, the book's cover colors should match the card's colors. If I get a people card, I just add another book to my TBR, again, just from my Goodreads list. And finally, if I get 2 of the same suit, for example, I get 2 challenges cards, then one of my books on my TBR has to have that element, water, earth, air, or fire, on the cover of the book. The cards that I'm going to be using are the Forest of Enchantment tarot cards. I will also be using the guidebook because I'm still learning tarot, so you will see me using the guidebook quite a bit. In the Forest of Enchantment deck, the suits are different. Spells represent the wands. Visions represent cups. Challenges represent swords. And boons represent pentacles. First card of the spread, what is the challenge for this month? Oh, 9 of challenges. Okay, that's the first card. Second card, positive energies I can embrace. What are the positive energies I can embrace this month? Third card, any negative energies I need to release. Oh, need to negotiate. Any negative energies I need to negotiate. Weaver of Visions. Fourth card. What do I need to make time for this month? What do I need to make time for this month? Oh. And fifth card, what opportunity should I seize this month? What opportunity should I seize this month? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nine of Visions. Alrighty, I have 2 major arcana cards, which means I'm going to pick 2 oracle cards from here, and I also have 2 of Visions, and because they're in the same suit, I'm going to have to find a book with water on the cover, because Visions in this tarot deck means the water sign. So first I got the 9 of Challenges to answer the question, what is the challenge for this month? Some keywords for this card are fear and helplessness. I'm assuming this month I'm going to be put in some sort of a vulnerable situation where I'm very unprepared, and it's going to scare me quite a bit. Hopefully this means I'll be able to work on that and I will come out stronger in the end. Then to answer what positive energies will I embrace this month, I got the Wise Woman. The Wise Woman represents the High Priestess in the original tarot. Some keywords for this card are wisdom and seeing the unseen. If you look closely at the card, you can see that behind the Wise Woman, you can see 2 paths right here. Neither path is wrong. It's up to you to decide what path you want to take, and the Wise Woman will help you see what you want. That will ultimately tell you which path you should go down. Kind of going back to what the 9 of Challenges told me, the Wise Woman could be there to tell me to be patient and work through any problems I have, and once I do that, I'll know where to go. The next card is the Weaver of Visions. The Weaver represents the Queen in the original tarot. Some keywords for this card are empathetic and dreamy. This answers the prompt, negative energies I need to negotiate. This card represents a person or a situation that sometimes rely on their instincts rather than waiting for a logical answer. While there are times this could help, in this prompt, it seems like this card is telling me to not only rely on my instincts and heart, but to also work through problems slowly and logically. This goes back to the Wise Woman. She urges to take each situation slow, as this way you can see the signs that you need to help you find what you need. The Wise Woman and the Weaver are my guardians for this month, it looks like. The next card for the month is the Lovers, which answers the prompt, what do I need to make time for? I think we all know what this card means mostly. I'm not in a relationship right now, so this probably means to focus more on love for my family, friends, and me, which is a good goal to have, especially since I have more time from school to focus on hanging out with family and friends, especially now that people are slowly being allowed to hang out. The final tarot card I pulled was the 9 of Visions, and this is for the prompt, what opportunity should I seize this month? Some key words here are wish fulfillment and good fortune. It looks like a wish is coming true here, especially if you look at the card itself. This is a coin and it's falling into a well. I'm not quite sure what wish is coming true though. All I'm doing for the summer is some university work, so maybe there's going to be some opportunity to work with or for my university. Maybe I'll start working on some opportunities that could push me closer to my goal of possibly becoming a vet. Who knows? Now, since I pulled 2 major arcana cards, the Wise Woman and the Lovers, that means I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards. That means I'm going to be pulling 2 oracle cards. Alrighty, 2 oracle cards for this month, please. Oop. Go the distance. One more message for this month. Oh, one more. Whoops. It's a bit much. Oh. And a leg up. Those are the tarot and oracle cards for this reading. So with my oracle cards, I'm always trying to see what my main messages for the month are. And the oracle cards I pulled are go the distance and a leg up. Some key words for go the distance are endurance and strength. This goes with a lot of the tarot cards I already pulled. I need to not give up in order to make sure I can accomplish my goals for the month. Pretty good supporting message. Then some keywords for a leg up are receiving help and interdependence. This also goes with the rest of the spread. When I think of vulnerability for me, I think of asking people for help because I usually believe that if something's my problem, I should be able to fix it on my own. But so far, what my cards are telling me is that I need to stop thinking that I can handle things on my own and that I should start asking for help when I need it. That's a pretty good reminder for me. Also, I pulled a person card, the Weaver of Visions, so that means I'm going to have to add another book to my TBR that I'll just choose from my Goodreads TBR. So these are all my cards for this month. That means it looks like I'm going to be choosing 8 books to put on my TBR list. So let's go through the prompts. For the 9 of challenges, the prompt is family pick. So I'm going to ask my brother to choose between these 2 books. Rosemart by Livia Blackburn and Light Changes Everything by Nancy E. Turner. Hey Claw, can you choose one of those books for me to read? Oh, she's downstairs. In her cage, I think. Her pen. You want that one? Okay. Alrighty. So he chose Rosemart by Livia Blackburn. I chose this randomly from my library, so I'm not too sure what it's about, but I'm going to put the synopsis on a slide. I'm going to replace family pick with based off the current season. So it's summer right now, so if I get that prompt, I'm going to choose a book that is set in during the summer. For the wise woman, the prompt is book set in college. So I'm going to be choosing Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and here's the synopsis from Goodreads. I'm going to replace book set in college with classic. For Weaver of Visions, the prompt is trans or non-binary author. For this prompt, I'm going to be choosing Zenobia July by Lisa Bunker. That fits, it's July. Lisa Bunker is known to be a trans author and makes some fantastic books. She's a new author for me, so I'm excited to read this book. I'm going to be replacing trans non-binary author with author initials. For the lovers, the prompt is book set on an island. For this prompt, I'm going to be choosing Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. This works for the prompt, and because I chose 2 vision cards, the Weaver Visions and the Nine of Visions, Visions represents cup, which represents water, the water element, and there's water on the cover. So it fits for that prompt as well. And I'm going to put the synopsis here. I'm going to replace book set on an island with a challenge prompt just for fun. And that challenge prompt is book with an imaginary or an extinct creature. For the last tarot card, Nine of Visions, the prompt was friend pick. So I texted a random friend of mine and asked him to choose between 2 books. The Study of Seduction by Sabrina Jeffrey and Summer Bird Blue by Akimi Dawn Bowen. So because he really liked the cover art of Summer Bird Blue, that's what I'm going to be reading for this month. I'm going to replace friend pick with a challenge prompt again, and that challenge prompt is book with a setting that I want to travel to. So now for the 2 oracle cards. So let's start with go the distance. As you could tell, it's orange, there's some pink in there. I'm going to mostly go off the orange color, and that's why I chose the Aeronauts Windlass by Jim Butcher. There is there's a lot of orange actually throughout the cover, and that's why I chose this book. I forgot to mention that the Aeronauts Windlass is the first book in the Cinder Spire series. They kind of look similar. Then for a leg up, it's pretty white, honestly. But the book I chose for this isn't completely white, but it kind of has the same vibe. I chose Treasured Grace by Tracy Peterson. This is the first book of the Heart of the Frontier series. Alrighty. The final book I'm adding to my tarot TBR is Second First Impression by Sally Thorne, because like I said, I got a person book, and that was on my Goodreads TBR. Alrighty, so we're not done yet. Crazy, I know. I'm also participating in the Olympics Games Readathon this month. I'll leave the announcement video in the description, but the hosts Ishi, Nicole, Sasha, and Allie are in charge of the Readathon this month. Go to Ishi's announcement video to see all the details. I'm going to be joining Team Aphrodite, and here are my books for the Readathon. I'm not going to be using the same books as my tarot TBR because I want to read more books this month. Hopefully I can finish it. So for the first prompt, the romance book I will choose is I've Got You Babe by Lynette Austin. For the second book, I'm going to be choosing To Hold Up the Sky by, I'm going to say this so wrong, but Cixin Liu. I love galaxy design, so when I saw this cover, I was very, very excited to read this. The next book I chose is Light Changes Everything by Nancy E. Turner, and and this is for the prompt, read a book with a strong, independent female main character. Next, I chose Keeper by Kim Chance. I'm going to assume there's a battle in this book because there's mention of trying to steal back a book. So I'm going to assume there's going to be some fighting in here. Finally, for the prompt book turned into a movie or a TV series, I chose Looking for Alaska by John Green. I had to search this up because I didn't want to just read Harry Potter. These are all the books I'm going to be reading this month, plus some more, because they're all from the library. I don't have every single book with me right now. So these are just some of them. So in total, I'm going to be trying to read 13 books this month. That's going to be a lot. So we'll see if I can do it. Hopefully I can get it done. I'm probably going to do some 24-hour or even 48-hour readathons this month. So stay tuned for that. Until then, see you next time. Bye!